The Fox News decision desk can now project that Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders will win the Nevada caucuses, further cementing his lead over half a dozen Democratic rivals and raising the question, really, of whether the self-described Democratic socialist can be stopped on his march toward the Democratic presidential nomination. He's not only going to win, Chris, he's going to win convincingly, it looks like, from the numbers we've seen and the numbers we are likely to see from some of these sites coming in. Bernie Sanders, the winner in Nevada. Talk to me about the metrics we're seeing.
So we had originally, because we are full of excellence, we had data that other outlets did not have, the competition did not have, because we had people at the polls getting raw vote so that we could actually keep people updated earlier. Then once the world caught up to us and we start to get delegate data, then we make the switch. It changes the percentages, but it doesn't change the fact that it in fact reinforced the fact that Bernie Sanders was just stomping the guts out of all of these people. It's crazy.
So we're, eventually going to get to a second place. It looks like Biden's position to do that early, but it's not definite.
The question really becomes for Biden, who's run a very expensive campaign but has always been underfunded. The question at this point is, when do leaders inside the Democratic Party, when does Barack Obama go to Joe Biden and say, this has to stop, right? This kind of failure is not acceptable because of the damage that it's going to do for the rest of the lane. It's not fair that Mike Bloomberg gets to Bigfoot them, right? It's absolutely not fair. But it is the way that it is. And Biden's terrible performance in contest after contest has to demonstrate to them that this guy's got to go.
Again, the numbers on the screen are the new metrics at the 4% in, but it's 36 points. Where is this possibly going to finish when we get to the final numbers for Bernie Sanders?
We could certainly see Biden do better. We don't know where this is all coming in from. There could be pockets that are going to be good for Biden. It's not going to be, obviously, he's not going to be in anything like contention. He might like to have a little more separation from daggone Tom Steyer. He might like to look like he's a more respectable way. But we are looking at a scenario now that could end a week from today for Joe Biden dropping out of the race in South Carolina. That's like a real possibility that he and his campaign have to stare down the barrel of right now.
Why wouldn't Congressman Garamendi and all the surrogates say, hey, we came in second. We are the heir apparent to the moderate lane?
Well, based on what I heard Congressman Garamendi say, I think that there is some Marie is quite right. Joe Biden is the best liked Democrat. He is the best liked, in a lot of ways, the best liked active politician in America today. People really like Joe Biden, but Joe Biden cannot feed the bulldog. He cannot get it done. It may be a fact that people just didn't want to say, they were too nice to say, hey, you're past your prime. You really can't go do this anymore. This is, you missed your window at this in 2016. Maybe they were just too nice to say it. And then when you get down to voting time and you get down to the real thing, they say, we can't go there.
And for the others, Chris, quickly, about, Elizabeth Warren, Amy Klobuchar, Pete Buttigieg, what do they take out of Nevada to heading to South Carolina?
I hope they did well in the casinos. The Bickersons, Amy Klobuchar and Pete Buttigieg, pretty much DQ'd in that debate. And it's unfair to them that there's no bounce out of New Hampshire. Mike Bloomberg makes life unfair for them. All this stuff makes it unfair. But somebody tell me their path forward. Somebody make the rationale for why they should stay in Super Tuesday and soak up vote share that really just ends up empowering Bernie Sanders.
I think weekend Steyerwalt's much more aggressive than weekday Steyerwalt. You got zombies, Bickersons, you got all kinds of stuff happening.
We
All
got
right, Chris,
the desk,
thank you.
man.